Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Martin. My name is Alex Wimberley, a leader of the Corrymeela community, and we are honored to help host this annual service for the Day of Reflection. And we are grateful to Father Martin, Father Brian, and other friends at St. Peter's for welcoming us here today, including Stephen Hughes, who is making the youth center next door available to us for refreshments afterwards. We hope you will join us there. I want to give you a sense of what to expect this coming hour. One of the chief aims of this gathering is to remind us that the place of the church is not to be on one side or the other in a conflict, but to be alongside those who have been most affected by our violence. And so we are grateful not only to Natasha and Richard from the Victim and Survivors Forum, but also to Reverends Martin Graham and Karen Campbell for serving as our 4 liturgists today. We are also grateful to Damien Gorman from Children in Crossfire, who has written a poem for this occasion and will be helping to frame our time together with a reflection on this light we share. Please know that a great deal of this service will be experienced in silence. That is in part to acknowledge that in the wake of real hurt, our words are often just empty noise. This discomforting silence may also remind us that too often the church remained quiet when a message of God's peace required a more prophetic voice. At the midpoint of today's service, we will hold a prolonged silence, and we are grateful to friends from the Victim and Survivors services who are available in the Cathedral for anyone who may need additional support. We will enter that time of prolonged silence after a sung psalm of lament, Psalm 13, set to the tune The Lament of the Three Marys by Celtic Psalms, who have already led us this afternoon with gathering music. And we are so pleased that Tommy Sands will bring us out of that time of silence with a song of his that can help call us to a life together going forward. This service has become increasingly important for us in ritualizing peace. As we come to 20 years since Healing Through Remembering helped to set the longest day of the year as the Day of Reflection, we are grateful to those who have marked it well and mindful of how needed it still is. This is the first year that this service is not being held in St. Anne's Cathedral, but that is because it is important for us to share this day with as many people as possible and to recognize that neither our brokenness nor our healing can be done alone. And so I'm glad in this space to defer now to the Dean of Belfast, Very Reverend Stephen Ford.
Let me add my words of welcome to you all as we gather on this glorious summer afternoon, and we do so in the beauty of St. Peter's Cathedral. As Alex has said, we are expanding a tradition that we have begun with partners in recent years at St. Anne's Cathedral, where I work. And we've come here to share with those partners and with each of you in this now annual service of reflection. And in this service, we share with people and organisations committed to active peace building. We share with those who have been most impacted and hurt by the years of violence endured by all in this land, and also for some of the violence that we have witnessed recently. So through this liturgy of silence, prayer, and shared action, we hold to God the brokenness of our past in this land. And in the presence of this afternoon, we pray God's healing for the griefs that we still carry and the injuries of body, mind, soul, and memory that we still retain. And so for God's future, We seek a new vision and a new God-given hope, so that not only our past divisions are healed, but that the new divisions in our land of colour and race and place of origin do not take hold and are not perpetuated along the tram lines of our history. So, in the symbolic action which lies at the very heart of today's service, after our time of silence, we will each lift a broken shard from this table. And we shall carry that broken shard round to my right, your left, the little side chapel. And there we shall use our broken shard to create a new work of beauty and creativity. In this way, on the longest day of the year, on the day of greatest light, we will ourselves reflect God's passion to remake us all out of the brokenness of our past and into the beauty of his future. Let us pause for a moment.
Healing requires courage. Courage to look at what is broken.
God, who promises to be with us in our brokenness, give us courage.
Give us courage.
Hear us, O God, for we do not want to face these painful memories. Hear us, O God, for you promised to be with those we loved and lost. Hear us, O God, for you promised to be with us.
Hear us as we bring pain to you and our brokenness.
Hear us, O God.
God, who is our rock, steady us. God, who enfolds us within your wings, shelter us. God, who shepherds us through the valley, comfort us. God, who cried from the cross, hear us.
Hear us as we cry to you.
Hear us.
Hello, my name is Damien Gorman. I'm a writer, and I have actually spoken from this altar before in October 1989. I came here to speak to the congregation after the last Sunday Mass to try and drum up support for a verse, very contemporary nativity that I was going to do here with some people, a piece called Broken Nails, and that is 37 years ago. So I must have been doing it as a Bob job thing or something like that. So I am a writer, and I stand before you as a writer, although as Alex mentioned, recently I've been appointed the head of peace building, mouthful, at Children in Crossfire, and I have to develop a programme bringing creative practices to bear on peace building in Ireland at the moment. And that has begun for me with 3 months of listening for things I don't know, listening for things that aren't versions of what I know. And I have been asking people the one question, what they think is the crying need in peace building at the moment. And I am carrying a couple of questions of my own, which I've carried into this week home. And they are, leaving maybe last week aside, the fact is, thanks be to God, we're not murderously colliding with each other so much. Not like we did. And a question in me is that enough? Should we be grateful that that is the situation, that we're not banging into each other so murderously with so much devastation? That's great, but is it enough? And if it isn't enough, what more might we ask of ourselves and of each other? So I've wrestled all that into this short poem, which is called This Light We Share, as Alex said. And I've never said it before, so there's a bit of nerves here on the altar. I have never said it before, but I would like to say it this first time for anybody in the room who has had their light dimmed or even put out by this time in all our lives, the time of the troubles. So this is a poem with a question or two in it called This Light We Share. This place of ours, this light we share, how can we speak of it together? And why would we want to? Should we instead each keep a civil tongue in our head and just speak on fair days? Civic, discreet, like traffic lights winking across a street, like traffic lights blinking and going nowhere. A ghost of this bigger light that we share. This light that we share. This luminous weight, full of all of the hope we could hope to create, full of all of the places we haven't gone yet. Places on earth and in the heart. It doesn't quite reach us. Hovers above, then stops, like a thought we had thought better of, like a bubble of speech which we can't quite believe, saying, maybe the word that we want is love.
As we meet together on this longest day of the year, the sun seems to stop in the sky. The shadows around us diminish, but will return. We stop to acknowledge that life is not as it should be.
We come together before you, God, to lament the truth of our brokenness and the extent of our hurt. Be with us, O God.
Some of us have lost loved ones because of our sectarian conflict. Many we know have been traumatized by violence or its threat. No one in our society has been untouched by our harmful divisions.
Each day is a day containing sorrow for a family that you love, God. Every street we pass through holds for someone a story of violence, of death, of fear. No place on this land is untouched by the history of our violence. When
Were we you when this hatred started? Were we you when neighbour turned against neighbour? Were we you when they died? Were we you when we lost our trust in one another? Were we you when our present became defined by our past? Were we you when the future we would want our children to enjoy was robbed from them and from us?
Why did many Christian voices condone what was done in your name? Why was there silence, even from churches, when the message you told us to proclaim was of peace? Why?
Hear us, O God, as we cry out to you. Take our brokenness and heal it. Free us, O God, from our mistrust. Save us, O God, with your undying love. Answer us, O God, in our lament.
Answer us.
For you are the God who pulled the abandoned up from the pit. You are the God who welcomed a criminal into paradise. You are the God who broke bread with sinners. You are the God who will wipe the tears from our eyes.
You are our God. Hear us. You are.
Who is great? I thought she was a vision. It struck me with her smile. Down by the river, we walked along a while. She says, "You're welcome back again. Won't you stay a while?" Down by the Lagan side. And when we dance, we'll dance together. When we cry, we'll hold each other. When we love forever. Down by the Lagan side. I said, "Who owns that music that's so full of joy and pain? That the pipers and the harpers and the lambent drummers play?" She said, "Who owns the teardrops falling in the rain? Down by the Lagan side." And when we dance, we'll dance together. When we cry, we'll hold each other. When we'll love forever. Down by the Lagan side. And do you not remember? We once walked side by side, so the bells of Belfast city might sing harmony and pride. The past it has been gone, but the future is yours and mine. Down by the Lagan side. And when we dance, we'll dance together. When we cry, we'll hold each other. When we'll love forever. Down by the Lagan side. I suppose the word for a man in a song is a chorus. You can see the music shining out of your eyes. It's just a matter of opening your mouth and letting it out. When we dance, we dance together. When we cry, we'll hold each other. When we dance, we'll dance together. When we cry, we'll hold each other. When we love, we'll love forever. Down by the Lagan side. Let's sing it again. When we dance, we'll dance together. Cry, and we cry. We'll hold each other. When we love, we'll love forever. Down by the Lagan side.
While this service is one of lament, it is also one of hope. And to symbolize the brokenness we experience, but also the part we have in creating a new and more integrated future, we are now invited to come forward to pick up a piece of broken pottery and to take it this way to the Chapel of Resurrection on the north side of the cathedral, where we will be able to place our piece into a mosaic depicting a Celtic knot before we return to our seats. We are grateful to artist Eilish O'Bweel for creating this mosaic, and to all of you for taking part as you feel led. A few of us have agreed to speak briefly about who or what we will be remembering as we pick up and place down a broken piece, beginning this afternoon with the Commissioner for Victim and Survivors, Mr. Joe McVeigh.
Thank you very much, Alex. I just wanted to remember, I suppose, two people who I met very recently in a conversation. Two women from very different backgrounds who lost their families in very devastating circumstances 40 years ago. And listening to their experiences and listening to what had happened to them, the devastating impact on them and their complete family circle. It's taken them almost 40 years to find their voice, to have the courage to share their grief and their pain and their bitterness and anger over many, many years. And that's come about through the support of close families and friends. So my hope today is that maybe people here today who've been holding on to grief and anger and bitterness, some of it very well founded, that they can, through support from family and friends, maybe share that grief. And also for those outside, I think it's very important to allow those people their own time to grieve and to hold on to their feelings, whatever they may be, but eventually they may find their own peace and contentment. Thank you.
Today, I'll be remembering my grandfather, Patrick Butler, Father Noel Fitzpatrick, Margaret Gargan, David McCafferty, and John Dougal, who were taken 54 years ago within the next few weeks. That brought us onto a journey of 54 years of searching for answers, which we successfully managed to get. And my hope is for other families who will be reflecting in silence today, that they get some peace and reconciliation as they search for the answers of their loved ones too. Thank you.
As one of 5 children and a mother who became broken pieces of our shared history in 1970, and then grieved for the 3,500 more families who suffered similarly, I can only hope that now we make of it all a bright, hopeful mosaic for our children's future.
And on this Father's Day, I'm remembering those who have lost their fathers or grandfathers. I'm remembering those who I've met this past year who continue to struggle with PTSD, and every day is a battle and a fight to keep going. And yet, as I hold the broken piece of pottery, I'm reminded of how Jesus takes our brokenness and our wounds and makes something beautiful out of it all.
When I pick up a piece this afternoon, you'll be thinking a lot of everyday peace builders who have been doing the work quietly for decades. There are lessons that I have learned that I hope to take with me as I take a next step in our journey. But I'm thinking most clearly about some women and some children who were with us last weekend, who themselves had been displaced by recent violence, and who chose to be the first to put pieces down on a mosaic that we can create together. Their story has sadly already been tied up with the legacy of our conflict and the history of our violence. But their story is already a part of the future that we can make together. And so as you come forward to pick a piece, think of your own story, what you may need to move forward, but also take up a piece of hope in knowing that together we can create something out of this brokenness when we bring that brokenness together.
I wait for your voice to guide me in what I should do, and lead me to do what is right, and teach me your loving ways. Lead me onward into your truth, for I wait for you all the day long. Remember your mercy and love, for they are from ages of old. Do not think of how we have strayed, but forgive us when we have done wrong, and lead me to do what is right, and teach me your loving ways. Lead me onward into your truth, for I wait for you all the day long. For those who follow your ways, for those who walk in your paths, is friendship with God who will say, who will guide us in love and in grace, and lead me to do what is right, and teach me your loving ways. Lead me onward into your truth, for I wait for you all the day long. I wait for you to do what is right, and teach me your loving ways. Lead me onward into your truth, for I wait for you all the day long. For I wait for you all the day long. For I wait for you all the day long. For love and mercy shall evermore be, and justice and peace shall greet with a kiss. From the ground shall spring kindness, goodness will shine from the skies, and God will bring healing, and the people will sleep. For the people will sing, and God will bring healing, and the people will sing.
We stand together, committed to the collective civic courage required to be people of peace.
We cannot forget the past or pretend that violence does not threaten to return.
We cannot legislate our way out of our troubled story.
We cannot impose a peace upon others.
We are people who continue to lament the loss of life.
We are people whose stories have been shaped by violence.
We are people who must learn to trust again and be worthy of that trust.
And we are people whom God has gathered to bear the hope of Christ.
Together, we commit to a society of peace and justice, showing the courage to reject violence, by standing with and listening to victims and survivors, calling the Church again to the power of love, grace, and forgiveness, which alone can break the cycle of violence.
And now, may the love of God and the grace of God and the community of God be with each one of us, all those we love and all those we should love, both now and forevermore. Amen.
Oh, you have been our dwelling place for all time. For generations we come to you to hear our prayers. Before the mountains ascended, before the earth came to be, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. From dust we came, and to dust we return to you, my God. For 1,000 years are as yesterday in your eyes. You sweep them away as the morning stream, as grass that withers in thee. Teach us to count our every day with wise hearts. For all our years come to an end with a sigh. All that we have done and left undone is in your sight. On all our pain From dust we came, and to dust we return. To you, my God. For 1,000 years are as yesterday in your eyes. You sweep them away as the morning stream, as grass that withers and leaves. Teach us to count our every day with wise hearts. How long until you turn to us, O God of love? May your compassion come to us and fill our hearts. Satisfy us in the morning with love that never dies, so that all our days may be filled with glad rejoicing. From dust we came, and to dust we return. To you, my God. For 1,000 years are as yesterday in your eyes. You sweep them away as the morning stream, as grass that withers and leaves. Teach us to count our every day with wise hearts. Teach us to count our every day with wise hearts. Teach us to count our every day with wise hearts. Teach us to count our every day with wise hearts. Teach us to count our every day with wise hearts. Teach us to count our every day with wise hearts.
Go in peace. Take all the time you need. Thank you for being with us. And if you can join us next door for a cup